Welcome to Ancient Wisdom Unlocked. I am your companion on the journey to uncover life's deepest secrets. Today, we're going to dismantle one of the biggest misconceptions about money. Many of us think being broke means not having enough money. If you're nodding along, prepare for a paradigm shift, because the truth goes far deeper than that. Being broke doesn't mean you lack money. Being broke means you don't understand how money works. This is a crucial distinction, a new lens through which to view the world of finance and life itself. Let's dive into the three fundamental tiers of how money operates, and you'll realize where you stand in this game. Poor people. They trade sweat for money. They use their labor, time, and physical energy to earn every single dollar. Each hour worked is exchanged for a fixed wage. It's a direct, tangible transaction. Your effort for cash. The middle class, they trade knowledge for income. They invest in education, in specialized skills. They use their intellect and understanding to solve problems, to create value. They earn money through salaries, through projects, and through services based on their expertise. But what about the wealthy? They don't just trade sweat, nor merely knowledge. They utilize systems, influence, and leverage. They don't chase money. They build machines that generate money, networks through which money flows naturally. And here's a secret rarely told. Money doesn't just appear or disappear. It's never static. Money is a current. It flows ceaselessly. It's like water always seeking a path to circulate. When you clearly see this game, when you understand the flow of money, you will stop desperately chasing it. Instead, you will begin to attract money naturally, like a magnet. Are you ready to shift this perspective? Listen to the following story, one that might open your mind to true wealth. The story of the father and son, a lesson in the flow of money. Once upon a time, there was a young man born into a wealthy family. He was intelligent, hardworking, and always eager to prove himself. One day, he worked incredibly hard, pouring his heart and soul into securing his first big contract, bringing in $180,000. A truly proud achievement. Overwhelmed with excitement and pride in his success, he turned to his father, a wise and affluent man. He asked with a voice full of confidence, "Father, should I give $20,000 or $40,000 to the person who helped me get this contract?" He thought he was offering a generous sum, showing his liberality and gratitude. The father simply looked at his son calmly, then slowly said something that shocked the young man. "Let them take 70% and you take 30%. The son couldn't believe his ears. He almost shouted, "That's insane! I did all the hard work. I put in the sweat and effort to close this deal. Why should I give away so much?" The father just smiled, a smile full of understanding and wisdom. He didn't argue, didn't offer a lengthy explanation. Instead, he told the boy a gentle story, an ancient parable. Once there was a beggar on the street. He sat there every day, extending his hand for alms. A kind passerby would often come and give him 2 coins. One coin was worth 10 cents, the other was worth $1. Every time this passerby offered a choice, the beggar always chose the 10-cent coin. The beggar on the surface seemed foolish. Everyone on the street laughed at his foolishness and continuously returned to offer him the same choice, again and again, thinking they were smarter than him. The father paused, looked directly into his son's eyes, then continued the story in a soft, warm voice. And each time the beggar walked away with another 10 cents. "He was never a fool, my son. He was the only one who knew how to keep the game going, because he understood that the moment he picked up that dollar, the game and the flow of money would stop. The passerby would no longer have an incentive to return and continue giving money." The father then looked at his son again and said, his voice full of insight, "My son, don't just count what you've done. Don't just look at the money you earned from a single transaction. Look at the doors it opens. Look at the relationships it builds. True wealth isn't about working harder or about earning the most money in one go. It's about seeing the system behind the money. You don't become wealthy by chasing every dollar individually. You become wealthy by understanding who controls the flow of money, who creates opportunities, and why they trust you with it. 3. The mindset of money flow, power from perspective. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to float through life effortlessly, opportunities constantly coming their way, while others work tirelessly, breaking their backs, yet still struggling to breathe, still barely getting by day after day? It's not about luck, it's about mindset. Because the wealthy don't trade time for money. They don't sell their individual sweat and linear effort. They trade perspective for power. They trade an understanding of how systems operate, how people interact, how money flows from one pocket to another so they can influence and direct that flow. They understand that money is a game of trust and value. When you create value for others, when you build trust, you automatically become part of that flow. They don't just work in the system, they work on the system. So if you're still toiling relentlessly, feeling like you're chasing money without ever catching up, perhaps you're not missing out on a new opportunity. Perhaps it's not due to a lack of luck or ability. Perhaps it's a new perspective on an old game, a perspective that only those who truly understand how the world operates can see. We've been conditioned to believe we must work hard, save, and invest. These things are true, but they're not enough. To truly prosper, we need to understand that money is not a static object, but a dynamic entity. It responds to relationships, to influence, to trust. Ancient Wisdom Unlocked will open you up to a world where old souls meet new visions, where wealth doesn't begin in your wallet, but in how you think, how you understand the laws of life and humanity. We don't just tell stories, we unlock for you. Unlock financial potential, unlock freedom, and unlock peace of mind. Now is the time for you to redefine wealth, to redefine prosperity. It's not just about the numbers in your bank account, but about the ability to create, sustain, and direct the flow of value. It's about a deep understanding of human nature and the systems we live within. Are you ready to see the game differently? Have you ever experienced a moment where sharing or yielding a part of something brought you far greater benefits later on? Or is there a definition of money that you once believed, but that has now completely changed after hearing this story? Let me know in the comments. Your insights are not just lessons for yourself, but invaluable inspiration for the Ancient Wisdom Unlocked community, eager for truth and wisdom. And if you're ready to not just chase money, but to attract money into your life, if you're ready to learn how to clearly see this bigger game, then follow Ancient Wisdom Unlocked now. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any valuable lessons on how money truly works and how you can master it. Remember, wealth doesn't begin in your wallet, but in how you think. We don't just tell stories, we unlock for you.